Here are my assessments of Max MSP. Max MSP itself seems to be a very powerful tool. It seems if you can think of something, it can be done. I was trying to explain to one of my audio friends what the program is, and I came up with this. Purchasing Max is like purchasing my Korg Triton with some assembly required, like a Lego kit. You get all of the pieces of the unit, and if you follow the instructions, you can build the model. Or you can totally ignore the instructions and build whatever you want, however you want. When I first started using it, I did have issues figuring out what the objects are. As I turned to the help functions of Max, I found it to be a little overwhelming. Max has an awesome help section, and you can pretty much find out every single gory detail about every tiny little object Max has. Because of this, a simple question like what the cycle object is has an entire library of what it does, how it is used, options for using it, etc., etc. It's almost like asking the question, what's for dinner, and getting a lecture on the origin of species describing how the food got to the table. Another aspect of Max that is both a blessing and a curse are the options you have for everything an object can be or do. I love the fact that you can take a scope graph and manipulate it to your liking. However, I did find myself spending an inordinate amount of time playing with all the options for custom designing the look and feel of objects instead of actually doing the activities. But when you are trying to create a very specific item or sound, that level of control is very nice. Right now, my biggest challenge with Max is learning the math behind it. This is illustrated by the book, which is not the easiest read in the world. I found myself rereading many sections of the book as I have worked through the assignments in order to complete them. Even though I've been doing digital audio for years, I never studied the math behind what I do. As I've been explaining this program to my friend, Max almost to me seems to offer too many options for sound synthesis and at times can be overwhelming. I think things could be easier if there was an adaptive help section to Max and a more adaptive way of teaching it. People who mess with code a lot or are very left brain orientated, I feel would be able to dive right in with little to no problem, while the right brain people would struggle in the beginning. As for me, once I figured out how to teach myself the program, it started to get easier.